All right, welcome back to the Just Spittin podcast today. We're here with the one and only young Ghul. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Good. Nice to see you. So what you been up to, dog?
As of lately, all I've been doing so far is I've been trying to keep up with this job, 2 new jobs. I just actually quit one of my old ones. So
Where were you working at?
I was working at Automatic Slims since what was it, June?
Okay.
So we had like people. We had pretty much like the whole clique. We had Sergio French. We had Elijah G888. We had Hanya Chaos.
Okay.
Had Nameless there. That was pretty much that. But just one by one,
Everybody started following?
everybody started following. I was the last one. So
What were y'all doing up there?
shoot, it was. Well, I mean, we all had different jobs. I was
I
just an expo runner. Me and Hanya were expo runners. The rest of them servers.
But that's pretty cool, although. Like,
Yeah,
y'all
you
all
know what I'm
working
saying? It was
together,
all
though.
clicked up and everything.
Hey, I just noticed we're kind of matching, though.
Oh, yeah.
In shirts.
I'll tell you what. Hey, go to Zoomies. Like, go to Zoomies. They will hook you up. I'm not asking for no sponsorship or nothing, but, like, they will hook you up.
Where you working at now?
I work at the Nike factory out in Fraser.
Hey, that's a good job right there.
Yeah.
How you thinking about it?
It's all right. If I wasn't hired through the agency I was hired through, it'd probably be better, but it's dope.
I got you.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing in terms of music lately?
In terms of music right now, I am focusing on trying to finish the DOGMA EP, pretty much my first official EP.
Yeah, I saw that you teased on it like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
You like had the little track list and stuff?
I had the track list and everything. The official track list is starting to become the unofficial track list, though.
What?
You feel
How
me?
so?
Well,
What's switching up on it?
switching up, first off, won't be 7 tracks. Won't be 7 tracks. I'm dumbing it down to 5.
Okay.
It's always good to keep something in the vault.
Yeah. So you can just bring it out whenever you're feeling a little special?
Yeah, you know.
So do you have any like estimated time release?
Estimated time release. It should be released somewhere around between October and November.
October, November?
If in October, probably be dope to release it sometime around Halloween.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be perfect, dude. Little Halloween anthem?
Yeah.
For sure.
But as of now, I got 3 tracks completed of the 5.
You want to name any of them or no? Keep them under wraps.
We have Prom Night, Dirty Harlot,
All right.
featuring Chauncey 666. Shout out to Chauncey. I really appreciate this feature. And then we actually have a remake of Climate Change is a Bitch.
Okay.
We have a remake.
What's been your favorite one to make out of those ones so far?
Out of all of them so far, I would have to say Dirty Harlot.
Okay.
Dirty Harlot.
Is there like a special reason for that?
Well, I've been geeked over the feature, basically. Chauncey 666 for a while now. He's like one of the only people that I like stan in terms of like a music standpoint.
I understand you.
You know, like it was one track that he has. He's not up right now, to my understanding. You could probably find it on YouTube, but it was called Hostile.
Hostile?
Hostile.
Okay.
That was the first track that I heard from him, and I would constantly play it, and then I eventually started to keep up with him, seeing that he had more music, and just instantly I fell in love with it, man, as a whole.
So how'd you get in like contact with them for the feature?
For the feature, as a matter of fact, before he started to really pop, before he started to blow, I would hit him up on Instagram. Like one time, I actually held like a video call with him while I was in the wolf chase, and we talked for a minute. It was really good. But literally, I just hit him up on Instagram, tell him, hey, what are your rates? Sent him what I sent him. We'll talk through Twitter sometimes, but still have to send out that version of the song to him so he can get his verse on it.
I got you.
Then get it back to me.
That's pretty exciting. So it's like one of the artists you really liked, you actually were able to work
Yes.
with.
It's like, at first, I was a fan. Now, I'm a supporter. Because, like, my whole thing is, there's a difference between being a fan and supporter. a fan in my eyes is essentially somebody who, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, I'm bumping your music constantly 24/7, you know, so I'm keeping up with you, everything that you do. You have merch, I'm gonna go buy your merch. You got shows, I'm gonna pop out your shows. A supporter, I'll bump your music either constantly or occasionally. I'll keep up with you sometimes, but being a supporter is more personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have conversations back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Like, you connect on a down-to-earth level. You know what I'm saying?
It's more of like the person-to-person, not like person-to-music type thing? I understand what you're saying. Who else would you say, like, you have, like, a real good, genuine bond with? Like, one of the first people you met in music?
Locally. As it terms in the music, I have to say Sergio French, for sure. Like, when I started popping out on the scene, it was a show. Let's see if I can recount it properly. I had went to the Proving Grounds that he had held.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Grounds, yeah. And so I went. We were chilling in the back. I don't know why the events aren't coming to me.
Hey, just be like that sometimes, man.
Yeah, it'd be like that. But I had come and I seen them at the show. I've seen him at a couple other shows before I actually started recording with him. Like, I was recording with Sumo Trey. He had recorded me at the time, and we were all pretty much in the same general area. So he walks in, and as he retells it, I told him, I'm going to steal your job. Verbatim, I'm going to steal your fucking job.
Right to him?
And so everybody looks at each other, and it's like, all right. So ever since that moment, I've kind of been under his wing.
I got you.
Like, to add on, it was the Proving Grounds at Canvas Art.
Okay.
Canvas, Memphis, I believe. What it was.
So that's where the place where everything kicked off.
Where everything kicked in, essentially. I had won for that night. Whoever had won the night in terms of turning up the crowd, keeping them interested and whatnot, you got to perform the night after at the Wasted House.
Okay.
And I so happened to win. It was a unanimous decision that I had won the night.
That's what's up.
And so the night after...
Congratulations, first off.
Yeah, I appreciate you. The night after, I had turned up at the Wasted House as well.
Yeah. So after that, you're like, all right, I'm ready to start doing this some more.
Yeah.
How hard were you, like, taking music at that point before the Proving Grounds?
Before the Proving Grounds, I didn't really take music too seriously. Like, I started off doing meme rap. Like, literally, my first song was about eating ass. You can't find it right now. I'll probably put it out.
I was about to say, bro, you gotta release that, like, limited time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll put it back out at some point. But yeah, my first song was about eating ass. You know, I really was like going off of, you know, Ugly God, D Bangs. Those are people who kind of inspired me to actually get into meme rap. To start off, I was like, okay, let me get my foot in the door. But as time went on, my lyricism started to develop a little bit better. I was actually going through situations that I could actually write on, whatnot. And so from there, I just started saying, like, wait a minute, I'm onto something. This sounds really nice. I think other people might find this really nice too.
So were you always showing people when you first started, or were you kind of keeping it to yourself?
I was showing people, but I feel like they got tired of it for a minute because it's like, he ain't talking about nothing. This man rapping about eating ass and sucking toes. Like,
So how long did it take you to like make that little switch over from meme rap, or would you ever go back to meme rap?
I would go back to meme rap. I would, like, on occasion. Like, some folks I know and collaborate with in the past, they still do meme rap, so I would most definitely do it. Just something fun to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, all right, we ain't got nothing to worry. We ain't worried about nothing. Let's go make a song about such so, this, that, and the third.
I feel like it has to be a little fun switch up from like the normal like vibe you have going on.
Yeah. But to answer your question, I started doing music back in July of 2018. The July of 2018. But I think I made the switch in the spring of 2019, and that's when I recorded Space. Then Climate Change is a bitch.
Okay.
They were both in the same day. Space like took one take, and then we had like multiple takes for Climate Change is the bitch. Not takes, but we were overdubbing it and everything. Like Space was just like, okay, normal voice, go. And from there, just kept on producing. I'm constantly writing.
So what's an ideal like writing session for you?
Writing for me it's kind of weird sometimes. Like sometimes I can just sit down, I'll think, and then I'll write. Sometimes other times it's just like it comes to me while I'm doing stuff like at work. What'll happen is I could be at work doing my own thing, and then in my head, like in the back of my head, it'll come out to the front and be like, all right, 2 bars. I'll just be working and everything, like 2 bars come to my head, and then 2 more bars come after that. I'll write it down, and then eventually I'll have like a whole song. You feel me? Like, what was it? Friday, yesterday. I was unfortunately suspended from work. My fault. I'm going to admit that. My fault. I was suspended from work for 3 days.
What happened?
Man, see, I was already aggravated. There's just one supervisor we have through the agency I'm hired through. She built like a bowling ball. But we're not going to talk about her too much. Anyways, I'm not supposed to be in certain areas while I'm on production. So I went to the cafeteria to go get a Red Bull. And she waited until I came outside, because she was there and she passed me when I was walking back to the machine. So when I came outside, she walked up on me and was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like, what are you doing? I was like, I got Red Bull, la la la. She called my lead and we went to office. There's like, okay, you weren't supposed to be in the cafeteria and you had your phone on you. Like, you ain't see my phone.
So they were trying to be petty at that one.
Yeah, it's petty, but it's rules is rules.
How are you supposed to get a drink then?
Wait till break and whatnot.
I got you.
But I have to get up at like 5 in the morning, go to work at 6.
Oh, dang.
Break ain't until 9, so.
Oh, yeah, you need something to drink by then?
Yeah,
right?
I need a drink. But as soon as I got out, I started listening to the instrumental for Kid Cudi, aka Pissy Pamper. And on the way home, because I had walked, I pretty much had written up like a whole song.
I got you.
By it then, so, I mean, expect that. Don't expect it, because I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but expect it.
That's a good way to tell people stuff.
Yeah.
It will be out at some point.
At some point, yeah. Just look out for it. Like if you ever come across it, just remember I did talk about it. But yeah, it's just weird sometimes. So I'll be inspired by like the weirdest things.
I got you.
Like,
what's the weirdest thing you've been inspired by?
The weirdest thing I've been inspired by. I'm gonna tell a story. I was with Sergio French and 2030.
Okay.
2030. Shout out to both of them. And we were actually in his apartment. We were smoking and whatnot, and I saw a bag on the counter, and it had roasted deluxe mixed nuts, and we just started freestyling. I had played the beat. We started freestyling, and as soon as I saw it, I was just like, we just started chanting, "Roasted deluxe mixed nuts." Man, and then we went off from there, and it's crazy because JJ Sergio French, he does not freestyle. So it was amazing that he was freestyling with me in 2030. I was just like,
what?
We're talking about mixed nuts. Like, that's all this is.
Yeah.
There's nothing deep about it. Just roasted deluxe mixed nuts.
That's what's up right there.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all need a song about that. Y'all three.
Yeah.
Just to be talking about nuts on that shit, bro. Bring it back to the meme rap, bro.
You got your macadamia. Got your pistachios.
You bring in some dude who's like allergic to peanuts halfway through in the song.
Oh, that'd be sad. That'd be sad. Like, I'm glad I don't have any food allergies. I'm so glad. I wouldn't want to have a girl who had food allergies because I eat peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Like, she can't be allergic to peanuts.
Tell her sit outside while you eat or something.
Yeah. Like, it's like I wouldn't want to eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich and then kiss her and then just like wonder why her face is all puffy.
You just poisoned her just from that.
Like, but yeah.
You got any pets?
Pets. I had a dog for a long time. She passed away, unfortunately, last fall. We had to put her down because she couldn't, like, kind of maneuver on her own. She was getting, like, senile, too. And for a short time, I had a hamster. But he, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he starved or anything. Like, I fed him and I watered him. But I wake up one morning and he's just, like, kind of, like, shivery. I'm just like, it's not cold. What's going on? Maybe he had diarrhea or something.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, like, you don't know what happened to him. Like, he just disappeared one day. You're like, man, I don't really know where. He could still be living in the house somewhere. I don't really know.
He was nice. His name was Rutabaga. The dog's name was Honey. But I used to carry him in, like, my little chest pocket right here.
Oh, that's what's up right there.
You know what I'm saying? He'd just be, like, napping. And I'd just go on walks.
What's been your favorite show to perform at?
Favorite show to perform at? I want to say the Circus of the Oddities.
Okay, where's that one?
Circus of the Oddities is a show that happens every June 24th, which is Sergio French's birthday. And so basically, him and a bunch of us who are under him, we have a thing called the Brigade. You know what I'm saying? Too Ugly Entertainment. And it's basically him and a bunch of his friends just performing. It's like a big birthday bash type thing? Yeah. That's what's up. Somewhat. You know what I'm saying? He wants to spend his birthday surrounded by the people who just, like, are important to him.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So who's all in, like, the Brigade, you're saying?
So we have the ringleader, Sergio French. We have Fuck PD, Stacey Adams, Sonny Laron, Gold Perms, and there comes me. Yeah, so a little squad right there, man. Yeah. That's what's up. So how did, like, who was the last one to join? Or the latest one to join? That would have to be me. I'm the newest edition. Not really new anymore, but I was the last edition. Okay. So are they like actively? Are y'all actively looking for people, or y'all just kind of like merging right now? I don't know if we're actively looking for people, but definitely if somebody comes along, somebody we feel like is, you know, would be a great addition. One of us will bring them up into the group and whatnot, and we'll like suggest it. We'll consider it for a minute, and if everybody's on board, I got you. That's pretty cool. So, who's been your favorite person to work with so far? Favorite person to work with, music-wise? I want to say my brother Chief Akosa. Chief Akosa? Chief Akosa. Okay. What made that the fun one? Literally, back when I was prominent with the meme rap, he was one guy that I was a fan of. I was a fan of him before I was a fan of Chauncey 666. Okay. And so basically, I would comment on his posts and everything, his tracks and whatnot, and I would tell him, "Yo, you're doing really great. Like, this is nice. Like, I love it. I love everything that you're doing." And eventually, we got to the point where I hopped on the track with him. This one track, it's called "Packed Up." That already sounds like what's up. Yeah, it's currently the song with the highest number of views. Okay. Highest number of views, 2,800 to be precise. And so from then on, I started to become a supporter of him, basically. So at first, it was all about the music, but as time went on, I would ask him, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, how you doing? Like, I would check up on him ever so often, and we would talk between ourselves and whatnot. I understand. So if he's going through something, I'll basically see what's up. We kind of, like, talk it out. So you got a good little bond? Yeah, good little bond. He stays out in Florida. Okay. Deltona, I think. Yeah, Deltona. You ever go out there sometime? No, I haven't been yet, but I have to. I have to go out there eventually. Oh, yeah. You gotta show the world some young Ghul, man. Yeah. Recently I didn't perform, but we had went out to Jonesboro, Arkansas. I was with Elijah G, Crack Boy and his homie, and Slump. And so we met up with some of Elijah's homies, and they turned up on stage. Who else came with us? Zach. What was it? I don't know his actual name, but on Instagram, Zaddy Zach's Revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Broke Boy 6, and then Hanya. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Jonesboro?
No, it was the first time.
So that was a pretty
First
cool
time
thing to
for
go do.
everything. It was nice.
What was the venue like?
It was.
If you had to compare it to something.
It felt like the large room at the High Tone.
Okay.
Basically, but it's like a regular rectangle.
I get what you're saying.
You know,
it's not like the like weird shape they got going on.
Yeah, like at the High Tone, like the big room is low key shaped like Nevada.
Yeah, they got all the weird like cuts and stuff going on.
Like the angles and whatnot. But it was really nice after they moved the tables and everything. As soon as they moved the tables and everybody got to turn it up and whatnot, we're throwing mosh pits. I mean, drinks was being thrown. Confession, because I don't know if I told Hanya this. And Hanya, if you watch this, my bad, bro. I was stomping on stage when we were jumping on stage. I actually broke part of the stage. So it was like a board was kind of inward, like into the stage.
You were saying came down some?
Yeah. And I kind of told a few people about it, but it never got word to Hanya. So when some of us got off stage and Hanya was performing. No, this was before he was performing, but he was moving around towards the front of the stage and he didn't notice it at all. So he tripped and he fell on like this white girl in like the front of the crowd, and the whole time while he goes on with his performance, she's just sitting there like this, just staring at him, like she's doing her glasses, like just staring,
just giving him a glare the whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fall didn't look that bad, but she was holding her head, and I was just like, this is low key my fault, but
that's you're just like, dang, bro, that's crazy.
That's crazy. It'd be like that.
Oh, that's actually really funny. I thought you were about to say like Hanya's going to like when he's like, you know, yelling during his concert wherever he's performing. I can just imagine him going up on stage and just like falling right through.
Man,
good thing that did not happen.
That's great. Because I didn't want to be responsible for that.
Good thing nothing bad.
I'm not paying for your medical bills, Hanya. I'm not.
All right, so what do you like to watch? Or like, what do you like to do whenever you're not making music?
Whenever I'm not making music, I like just to go out, you know what I'm saying? I'll go out to shows and whatnot. For the most part, I don't think I've gone to too many shows where I'm not performing. But I got to do that, you know what I'm saying? Just chill. Just be in the moment.
Yeah.
I just like watch Netflix, literally.
What do you like watching on there?
Right now, I'm finishing up The Walking Dead because I stopped on the 7th season. I'm on the in the middle of the 8th right now, almost at the end. But I stopped a while back during the 7th season, and so I gotta catch up.
Bro, I've been keeping up track with that one. You're not prepared, that's all I'm gonna say. Unless you already know what happened.
Hey,
not too many people be watching it nowadays.
Oh, you already watched it?
Oh yeah, I'm all caught up.
Okay, cool. Well, I just got past where Carl died, and I was just like,
were you cool with Carl dying, or were you sad about it?
I'm sorry. You're not caught up. You're not trying to catch up. Don't give me that look.
Hey, we forgot to say spoiler alert, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh. But
it's
Glenn, not Carl. I mean,
bro, that one hit harder though for me.
Yes. But for the most part, I'll just watch anime.
What's some of your favorite animes?
Some of my favorite animes. You ever heard of Zatch Bell?
I actually have not.
Zatch Bell is a really good anime.
How do you spell it?
Zatch.
Okay.
Bell.
Okay.
Zatch Bell. Like some of the OG animes that used to come on like Toonami back in like 2000, 2004, 2005. Like I don't know why I remember some of these, but they're really nice. Like The Prince of Tennis. I haven't really been watching that, but The Prince of Tennis. Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece. That's the big three. People are confused about what the big three is. Like, you'll have Naruto and then you have Dragon Ball, but they are very iffy about the third. Like, somebody told me that Bleach was in the big three. I was like, no. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Bleach was cool, but no.
That's not for you?
Nah. You know, like, it'd be cool to have my own Zanpakuto, but I want a devil fruit.
So, were you always watching anime, or is it something you just like recently gotten into?
I've always kind of like gravitated towards anime.
I got you.
Definitely just a big lover of cartoons in general.
Was that what you were watching when you were little?
Yeah.
I feel that. Up on Cartoon Network and stuff?
Like Codename Kids Next Door, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff Girls, and then some like those older ones like Two Stupid Dogs, Secret Squirrel, Snorkel sometimes. I remember I fell asleep on my grandmother's couch watching the Flintstones.
Bro, you got a pretty good memory.
Yeah.
I need to bring you to trivia one day, bro.
I've done like stuff like that, like the Knowledge Bowl that they used to host at the Civil Rights Museum downtown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did that 2 years in a row.
How'd you do in that?
Basically, all it is memorization. Like, on my behalf, like, I retain more than actually just, like, gaining that knowledge. So it's like, I'll read it and be like, okay, cool, I got it. Now, if somebody just comes up to me and asks me, like, now, like, what's this or what's that, probably wouldn't be able to remember it, you know? Like, it's retention for, like, a short period of time when it comes to stuff like that.
So, like, right before you're doing it, you're, like, still cramming type thing?
Yeah. And so, essentially, like, if I just remember parts of the question, the answer is there. So,
I understand what you're saying.
Before they get through all of the questions, just press the button, Harriet Tubman.
So, I'm guessing you did pretty well in school. I think if you're doing Knowledge Bowl.
Not quite. I was lazy. As a student. But I did exceptionally well in certain classes, like my electives per se, like psychology, physiology, personal finance, stuff like that. U.S. history.
Where'd you go to school?
East High School.
What'd you think about it there?
East High School was great. Like, the old East High School was great. Let me say that. Now, I don't know about new East High School because, you know, they pretty much pushed out old East once they started implementing the T-STEM school.
I got you.
And so I hopefully everybody's doing well over there. I've been back a couple times and it seems like it's going really nice. But East High School was an experience.
Experience?
Yes, it was an experience. It was really nice.
Did you meet people like doing music back there?
People that I know from East High School that are out now, you know, like, you ever heard of KB Jizzle?
The name, like, sounds familiar in my head.
Yeah, KB Jizzle. He was, upperclassman. Yeah, he was like a grade above me.
Okay.
And so, he's out now, he's doing music, and he's really nice.
Okay.
He's really nice. Go and check him out. Yeah.
So that was kind of more of an after high school thing?
Yeah, I was lame, sort of like, I was one of those like weird kids.
Yeah, how would you describe you in high school?
It was like, I don't know, it's like, for the most part, like, I kind of had like my own category, basically. Like, I try to be cool with like everybody. Like, I'm cool with everybody. I ain't got no problem with you. We cool, you know. You got a problem with me? I'm still cool with you. You know what I'm saying? You can get over your problem, but I'm still cool with you. Really, it was more of me just doing my own thing. Like, senior year, last couple weeks, came to school wearing a box.
A box?
Yeah, not just the box, but I came to wearing the box, and like I had everybody kind of like sign it. I even got my vice principal to sign it. I was that kid I always had, and most of the part, like everything started coming like popping during my senior year. I would rock with a Game Boy Pocket.
Mm.
It was green and everything, and I'll hold it to like my face when I walk in the hall, and the vice principal would be like, "Hey, sir, you got a phone?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm playing Pokemon."
So you're always making some jokes out there, huh?
Mm-hmm. I remember times like the other kids, they would like tune in with what I'm doing. Sometimes, like I would just bring stuff to school.
Mm.
Like I remember bringing my whole GameCube to school one day, and we got one of the smart boards. I hooked it up. I was handing out ass whoopings in Naruto and Ninja Clash.
You're like, all right, step up, y'all. Come on, go ahead and get that ass whooping real quick.
Grab sticks.
So, do you like any sports?
Sports? College football is nice.
Okay.
Like I used to occasionally watch college football.
Who's your team?
Arkansas Razorbacks.
How'd you get that fandom?
Well, I'm from Arkansas originally.
Okay.
You know, I was born there, and I stayed for like the first 3 years. But ever since 2003, I've been here.
What got you to Memphis?
Got me in Memphis. My father has a really nice job. He works at the Federal Reserve Bank.
Okay.
They closed the branch in Little Rock, and so they had an opening position off here in Memphis, so we had to move.
Okay, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you liked Memphis for the most part? You enjoyed it?
Yeah. I've gotten around pretty much most everywhere in Memphis.
Mm.
I haven't been in South Memphis too much, nor have I been too deep in, like Germantown, Cordova, but everywhere else, I've kind of pretty much covered made it a priority to be in those areas.
So how much longer do you see yourself staying here for the long run, or do you see yourself heading out?
I do see myself heading out at some point, but not anytime soon. You know, like definitely if I do head out, I'm coming back to Memphis time to time. You know,
where would you want to go to?
Where I want to
if you could pick.
On a more national scale, I don't know. California seems to be pretty nice right now, you know. But
A bunch of moves to be made out there.
yeah, there are quite a lot of moves to be made out there. California seems to be like the place, like the haven for like creativity and whatnot. On an international scale, I want to go overseas, like Japan, Korea.
Never lie.
Yeah,
I've always wanted to go to like Japan. That's one of the places on my bucket list to visit.
yeah. And it's like I want to learn like some language before I go to, and while I'm there, you know, I don't want to be a complete stranger.
You want to be able to communicate at least, like a little bit.
Know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
you're not a full-fledged tourist in the summer.
yeah, not full-fledged tourist.
This is at least you're like trying to communicate with them type stuff. So why'd you start carrying the sword?
The sword?
Yeah. So how'd that become a thing?
Where did I? Okay. One time, I had to take a friend back home. She stayed off in, what was it, Clarksdale. Clarksdale?
Yeah, that's a place.
Clarksdale. She stayed out in Clarksdale, Tennessee, and she was kind of like stranded here in Memphis. And I was like, I have the whip at the time. And so I was like, all right, I can take you and then get back before I have work later on. So I got out real early in the morning and I took her. The sword is actually her boyfriend's or her ex-boyfriend's now. What happened is he noticed that I've been like really just like interested in his like sword and knife collection.
Yeah.
And so he brought out 3 and he gave me one of his for bringing his girlfriend back home.
Bro, that's some stuff right there.
Yes.
That's actually a really cool story though.
That is. And I just started toting it around. And I was like, I have a sword. I thought I was the only one with a sword, but apparently not. Like, I don't know her full name, but y'all did an interview on her.
The Pharaoh Chia?
Yes. And she has like a whole sword collection. That's really nice. But I just pop out with it. I don't think I ever like performed with it on stage, like held it. Like I would always like, hey yo, take this, or I like set it down. But
how'd you ever get through? Like, did security ever try to stop you with the sword?
No, just never. Like,
that was never a problem?
No, it was never a problem. Like,
That's
unbeknownst to them, unknown to them, it was kind of sharp, but it was dull for the most part. But still, like, if you have enough like time and you have the range, you could do some damage with it.
I can just see like now the security places, they're like patting everybody down, but people still have like 2 samurai swords on their back. All right, go ahead in.
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't matter.
It's like you don't see anybody just out here just hacking, slashing, like dual wielding like swords and everything.
Bro, if you saw that was walking around Memphis, you'd be like, that person's off something right now.
Yeah.
If they just walking around with two swords slashing.
Mm-hmm.
So you got anything else you want to get off your chest? You want the people to know?
Doo-doo-doo.
Or any like announcements you want to make?
Shoot. In terms of announcements, definitely watch out for DOGMA. After that, I gotta start work on Be Working Class, which is going to be my next EP. Basically, I've worked 6 jobs within the past year, so each of those jobs I had, there's going to be a specific song that kind of entails what went on. But it's not going to be too hard, you feel me? Like, I'm not finna just go into detail about every little, like, mistake or, like, every little problem I had. It's just going to be, like, dope. It's going to be chill.
You doing, like, individual songs up there or, like, a big collection?
I'm doing, like, individual songs, basically. So, like, for instance, my first job was Baskin Robbins. So that song probably is going to be, like, more melodic, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be different from more, I'm stuttering a lot, but that's okay. It's going to be different from other songs like Climate Change is a Bitch and Space. Have a more sweet feel to it, like summertime. Even though we're not out of the summer.
Nah, I'd say because Memphis is Southern High, you get like extra couple months.
You know, like my mama said, we're ending the summer and now we're off into hot fall.
That's accurate right now.
Yeah, like I pretty much we got the very, very hot summer, got hot fall, we got lukewarm winter, and then we got frigid spring. Yeah.
That's actually like 100% accurate of how Memphis weather works.
Yeah, we don't get snow until like February, March, if we get snow at all.
City's just like a couple months back.
Yeah. But most definitely, watch out for DOGMA. I'm going to have information on the working class as soon as DOGMA is released. And, shoot, there actually might be a collab EP on the way as well.
Really?
There's this guy called Eastside Lunchable. Check him out if you get a chance. But his name is Eastside Lunchable, and I've been following up with him. He has this really nice track called Nicotine, produced by Esquire. Yeah.
Go check that out.
Check that out.
All right. You got anything else?
Nah.
All right. Thanks for coming in, bro.
Appreciate it.